Aloha, everyone. Oh, wait, let me fix that a little better. There we go. Hi, you can see the top of my head now. Aloha, Heather. Welcome. Soul Alchemy with Indigo Jaguar. So today, well, technically yesterday, I got the Kickstarter package for the Ink Witch Tarot deck, second edition. And since it came with two different expansions, I thought it might be fun to sit down and go through the deck with you guys and anyone who's watching the playback. And that way you can kind of see what the deck is all about, right? I actually do have the first edition, and I just thought, oh, maybe I should have gone and found it. Oh well, we're gonna work with what we got, right? Let me get this up here. Oh, and while we're waiting for a few more people to pop in, one other thing I wanted to mention is I am still having my 50% off for my wearable crystal grid necklaces, which I'm not wearing one. Not even that. So these are not just regular necklaces. These are spiritual tools specifically made for whatever thing you're looking for, like working with ancestors, finding inner peace, having a necklace dedicated to your particular patron. And my dogs, of course, insist on going out the second I start filming. What do you expect, right? Give me one moment. You can look at these lovely images here for a moment. Oh my goodness, you guys better not ask to come back in anytime soon, okay? Go out there and have fun. Or go sit in the sun. Oh my goodness. Of course they have to go out the second I start. Okay, let me begin, so to speak. What is this one? This one? No, this one. There we go. So yeah, I started ripping the plastic on this just so it'd be a little bit easier. I do have my kids' scissors for the expansions. So it came with the deck, the main deck, plus two expansions, and this really pretty book. So you get the images in, so obviously there's different choices here, right? So you get the image in color, and what was that hiccup? Maybe I need to plug in someone's trying to call my phone. I need to turn off my phone or something. We'll just let it go to voicemail. So nice write-up, reversal write-up. Let's see how many pages are there. So this is by Eric Maley, 207 pages. He is surprisingly really knowledgeable of tarot, considering I believe he's still only in his 20s. Let's see. I just want to see if there's any spreads. Oh, yes, of course. Celtic Cross. Persephone's pomegranate seed spread. Ooh, that's nice. Odin's awakening spread. Ooh. Scales of Anubis. The Ink Witch's guidance. Oh, I love the witch. Is also the art prints I got. Very lovely. So Heather, you can do split screen as long as you have StreamYard, and you can use two different, like your camera on your computer plus your camera on, your phone. Where is the camera? There. Yeah. Okay. And then this is talking about using it with Oracle cards, and he has his Endless Oracle as an example, which, by the way, I love the Endless Oracle. It's an amazing Oracle. The way it is made, all cards line up. So when you lay out the cards, it literally creates a scene. So let us look at the main deck. I'm trying to figure out where that bright light is coming from. I think it's my overhead. Let me turn that off real quick. We don't have too much glare happening. There we go. Hopefully that'll be good. So it comes with a ribbon in a box. It also has a keyword reference, just quick and easy in case you don't want to try and pull out the big book. Right? A really nice box, actually. I think it's even nicer than the first one. I need to do a little less light. There we go. I'm just going to turn off all my lights. That's better. Okay, so we start with the Fool. So I'm not sure if the cat or the bird is considered the Fool here. The Magician. These are the backs. And it's a thinner cardstock, but not too thin. I think it'd be really great for riffle shuffling. The High Priestess. The imagery is definitely sharper than the first edition. There's a lot more saturation, I think. So let's do a quick flip through of the main deck, and then I will pull out the expansions. So it's the Hierophant. So I love how very simple this is. And of course you get gay lovers, lesbian lovers, birds, deer. I love that, right? There's 4 different lovers to choose from. We got the Chariot. Oh, it's a different chariot from the first edition. Strength. This is an amazing strength. Let me bring that up a little closer. That strength is gorgeous. I love the strength. The Hermit, of course, is a hermit crab. I love that. I love that. Then here we got the Wheel of Fortune, and it's obviously the 3 fates weaving, right? And we have Justice. The Hanged One is literally Odin. Death. Oh, I love the red of that pomegranate. Obviously Persephone. Temperance. Oh, look at that Temperance. 2 Ouroboros attached to each other. Ooh, pretty. So because we had 4 lovers, let's see. We've got the gay male devil. The it's almost non-binary, this one, you know. Then we get, you know, the birds, and we have the devil being a cat hunting the birds. And then here we have the deer looking up at the snake. The tower is a nuclear bomb going off. The star looks like after the tower moment, those people are driving away. Right? The moon, the sun. Judgment is Anubis. Aloha, Nancy, welcome. And the world. Ooh, that's pretty. I like all of those. I'm going to keep these in order so when I pull out the expansions, we can compare, and then that way I can choose which ones. So this is one thing I really like about this deck. With the expansions, you really get to make it your own. Right? You get to choose which one seems to talk to you the most. I love this Ace of Wands, pulling your wand out of your wizard's hat, right? The 2 of Wands is literally looking at a map. The 3 of Wands, the wands are the 3 masts. The 4 of Wands looks like sparklers on the 4th of July. Five of Wands. Birds fighting over the best nesting site, I'm guessing. And the Six of Wands. That's interesting. It's carousel horses who have escaped. And then the Seven of Wands. We have this poor little rodent clinging desperately to its wand, right? As it's being hunted by a snake. The Eight of Wands is a bonfire. Ooh, that's a cool expose about the Eight of Wands, right? Because those fires leap quickly. And here, are you adding your wand to the fire, or are you just dancing around the fire? The Nine of Wands. Looks like a mob coming to find. Is there a person here at the bottom? Oh no, it's a wolf. So a mob looking for the wolf. Right. And then the Ten of Wands, which is this. Almost looks like a little old lady trying to get her firewood home in the snow. Gorgeous Page of Wands. I love that. The Knight of Wands is on his phone. Interesting. So there's definitely been some changes from the first edition to the second edition. I'm going to have to pull up my first edition and look at the differences, I think. Queen of Wands, you just get the cat. The cat is the queen, right? And then the King of Wands is painting his own crown. I love that. And we have the Ace of Cups, a nice hot cuppa with a heart on it. I love that. I love the little details, right? It seems really simple, but then you start picking up these little details that Eric put in here, and that's just amazing. Two of Cups, right? Meeting someone for a coffee date, which I love because that's actually how I met my husband. We went out on a coffee date. Of course, then after 4 or 5 months of dating, we went, oh wait, we've met before. Oh, I love this Three of Cups where one person is filling another cup, which is filling the third cup. Everyone's sharing the drink, right? Literally. And here we go with the Four of Cups. A cat being blah and knocking a cup over. Five of Cups. That's an interesting one. Oh, I see. It's kind of like an overgrown garden because you're not tending it. Oh, wait, no, it's not a garden. It's a graveyard. Overgrown graveyard where the fountain is dry, right? And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? The Six of Cups, having magical tea time when you're a child, right? Seven of Cups. Ooh, I love this Seven of Cups. Lots of conjuring of your magic. And the Eight of Cups. I love this image of the person floating away in a boat, right? As the broken cup sinks to the bottom of the sea. And then Nine of Cups. I love the little dandelions. It's pretty. And here we have the 10 of Cups. Got a dog here. Oh, I see. It's those monkeys in Japan that like to soak in the hot springs during winter, right? But here it's spring and they're still enjoying the hot springs. I thought that was a dog at first. It's just another monkey. Oh my goodness, look at this Page of Cups. The fish is using the cup as a boat. The Knight of Cups. I love that the Queen of Cups is a mermaid with the sea turtle here. I love that little touch of detail, right? And here we have the King of Cups. He's just fishing off the pier. Now we're going into the swords. Obviously, Excalibur with the Lady of the Lake being offered to King Arthur. The Two of Swords. Ooh. Battling unicorns. Right? Two aspects of your imagination fighting for dominance. And then we get that kind of unicorn flavor here with the Three of Swords. With them trying to stab a bird. Huh, that's an interesting image there. The Four of Swords. Oh, the cicada under the ground, right? Sleeping for 7 years before it comes up. Here we have the Five of Swords. That's the Norse. Sorry, I'm having a brain fart. The Fenrir, right? The wolf that's supposed to help end the world at the end of the world, right? Yes, Heather, I hope that there is a snail as well. Here we have the Six of Swords, and I love that he's using swords as oars. I'm sorry, not he, she. How they are using swords as oars while holding on to their baby. We have the Seven of Swords. Oh, that's an interesting idea there. Using one sword to crack open the earth so all the other swords fall in. Wow. Here we have the Eight of Swords. The magician trapped in the box being stabbed by the swords, right? The Nine of Swords. See how they're all tied with string at the top. The swords of Damocles, not just one, but 9 swords hanging over your head. Ooh, that would be a nightmare, wouldn't it? Oh, that's okay. Anyone who has issues with the Ten of Swords, this one might be a little. Aloha Maruta, welcome. Maruta says, unfortunately, sword oars won't get you very far very fast. It's true. It's interesting with the Ten of Swords being the pinned butterfly. That's interesting. But also how some of the pins have these threads tied to them. Huh. We have the Page of Swords. Are they getting knighted? Here we have the Knight of Swords, a raven or crow. I love this Queen of Swords. Can anyone guess who it is? So Heather, hopefully there is a replacement Ten of Swords for you, right? I love this Queen of Swords. Joan of Arc, exactly, Marita. And then here, the King of Swords, just like we saw in the Ace of Swords. We have King Arthur, but this time he's pulling the sword from the stone. I turned off all my lights and it's still bright enough that there's a glare on the cards. Okay, here we go. Pentacles. Here we are planting our pentacle like a seed. Oh, that's a great Two of Pentacles. The Tightrope Walker. like that. I love the Three of Pentacles as a beehive with bees. Right. With the larvae, or no, I guess that's honey. I guess the larvae is behind the pentacles, right? Of course, the Four of Pentacles would be a dragon on his horde, right? On their horde. And then the Five of Pentacles is peaches rotting on the tree. Oh, that's, that's an interesting take on this, on the card. Here we have the Six of Pentacles, alms for the poor. There's the Seven of Pentacles, learning embroidery. I told you guys if you went outside, you had to stay out there. Here we have the Eight of Pentacles. Let's look at this for a sec. So I feel like both the Seven of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles are about, you know, really focusing on your skill and learning a skill. But this one is more low-key skill. This one's more like a physical skill. Aloha, Jane. Oh, you backed the Kickstarter. Did you get it, the expansions as well? Here is the Nine of Pentacles. I don't know if we're going to see a snail in this one because we're looking at an actual castle and the pentacles are literally stars in the sky. Let me see. Yeah, this is the if there was a snail, it'd be so tiny you wouldn't be able to see it. So I imagine there is a snail here at this little house in their garden, right? Here we have the Ten of Pentacles. The whole community coming together under the fruit tree that feeds everybody, right? The Page of Pentacles is a piggy bank. I love that. I love that a lot. The Knight of Pentacles is the lucky cat that you see in a lot of Asian restaurants, right? I know, Jane, me and my snails. I'm not the only one who look for snails, though. For some of us, a snail in the Nine of Pentacles is very important. Queen of Pentacles. I love that it's a nursing mama cat. And then here we have the King of Pentacles, which is, it almost reminds me of Dragon Ball Z, right? Dragon with his, like, there's the single ball. Oh, hi, Sharon. Welcome. Then we have some extras. We've got two versions of the Witch card. Ooh, I don't know. I might have to leave both in, you know, the Witch of Light and the Witch of Darkness. Oh, cool. And then, of course, there's the little blurb card. So, no, Mimi, you got to stay outside now. You were the one that demanded to go outside right when I started filming. So again, I love that this is like a ribboned box, and you get the little cheat sheet in case you didn't also get the book with it. All right. I'm actually gonna should leave that open so that we can. Let's see. Give me a moment. I'm glad for those little scissors that I have to have because I have a kid. Oh my goodness. Okay, give me one moment to let these silly dogs in. Aloha, Lynn. Aloha, everyone coming in. Give me one moment. We're going to go through the first expansion, which one thing I really like about the deck is the fact that there is expansion. So if there's any card that you don't like, hopefully there's a replacement card, right? I mean, I doubt all the cards have replacements. That'd be a whole other deck, right? Let me see. Does it say how many cards? I'm not sure how many cards there are in each expansion, but I'm not sure. Oh, 14 in the first. Yeah, each one has 14, so a total of 28 expansion cards. I love this High Priestess here. So I think what I'll do is we'll go through the 2 expansions, and then I'll pull out the matching cards in the main deck, and then I think I'm going to put it together in a way that it's really personalized. That's the reason I got the expansions, really, so I can make the deck my own. I love this High Priestess card right here, let me tell you. Oh, bye, Heather. This is a different version of Justice. Different version of the Tower. Well, that's an interesting tower. And this we have the Knight of Wands as a peacock. I'd almost think of the Knight of Cups being a peacock, wouldn't you? I guess. I don't know. The Queen of Wands, instead of just the cat on the throne, you have a fairy with her wand, right? Then we have the King of Wands. Different version of the Three of Cups. It's very similar, but it's more that this one's already poured into here, who's now pouring into here, versus this one pouring into here and the overflow going down. A different version of the Four of Cups. Still a cat knocking a cup down. The Ten of Cups is a nice dining table for the family. Oh yeah, that tower. I think it's actually one of those ranger stations in the wilderness that they use for watching for wildfires, but it's getting hit by lightning itself while there's already a wildfire going on. So yeah, very intriguing, right? King of Swords, which is a different version of Arthur pulling the sword out of the stone. The Seven of Pentacles is from the point of view of the woman that we saw in the original version. The Ten of Pentacles is a woman harvesting the fruit of the tree, right? Versus like the whole community coming together. I think I like the original Ten of Pentacles a little better. Queen of Pentacles, we have Bast here. Oh, that's interesting. Considering usually Bast is associated with the Queen of Wands, right? That's interesting. And the King of Pentacles is a gambler, apparently. Okay, so that was the first expansion. So each of these expansions do have 14 cards. Oh my goodness, this one's plastic is so tight. Let's see, where can I get a start? Here we go. Oop. That didn't really start anything, did it? Let me see if I can get it going better. No. Here we go. think I finally got it. Okay. Okay, so this is the second expansion. So we have the seer instead of the high priestess, but it's the same image of the high priestess. And then here we have the secondary high priestess, but as the seer. That's interesting. Hello, Thomas. 3 is cultivation for the Empress. 4 is structure for the Emperor. We have the teacher instead of the Hierophant. I love this version of the Hanged One where it's a chrysalis, right? Guardian of Wands instead of Queen. Sovereign of Wands instead of King. Ooh, I like this. Queen of Cups, Guardian of Cups. That's pretty. And Sovereign of Cups. Guardian of Swords. Sovereign of Swords. Ooh, that's interesting. Guardian of Pentacles. You know what? I almost want to just take the Guardian cards out and have them as an extra court card. That's kind of what I'm thinking about doing. And then Sovereign of Pentacles. Okay, so we have the 2. Okay, now we're going to bear with me as I juggle cards here. We will kind of be going through it again just as I look for the replacements, right? So that's a great Fool. I like that Fool. That's a great Magician. There's only one Magician. I love it. It's an owl holding a key, and then you kind of get the silhouettes of the suits behind the owl. So here we go. See, here's the High Priestess, and then we have the Seer, right? I think I'm gonna take out both of these, I think, because I believe I want to have this as my High Priestess. It just seems very fitting to me. So I'll take that out as well. Then here we have the Empress or Cultivation. I think having a different word would just confuse me. Oh, Jane, that wants to know about the cardstock. So it's a little, I mean, it's okay. It's not too bad. It's one of those, oh geez, where'd my camera go? I don't know why it just got switched. That's weird. Yeah, I don't know about the cultivation, right? I think I prefer the Empress. So we'll stick Empress. We have either structure or the Emperor. I'll stick with the Emperor. We have the Hierophant or the Teacher. I think I'm going to take out the Hierophant and put in the Teacher instead. There are 4 lovers, and I know in my first edition I just kept all 4 in there. That way, you know, I could pull out, like, if, you know, I'm reading for a guy into guys, or I'm reading for a girl into girls, or I'm reading just for someone who doesn't want gender. I can use the birds here, right? Or you can use the deer. My ooh, Sage of Fire. Am I missing somebody? I think I'm okay. The Chariot, there's obviously only the one Chariot. Again, this is probably one of my favorite strength cards of all time. It takes a lot of strength to embrace nonviolence, right? The Hermit as the Hermit Crab, I mean, how can you, right? The Wheel of Fortune, I love that it's the Fates. Now here's the difference between the two Justice cards, right? There it goes again. What is going on? I'm not sure what's going on. Oh, someone's trying to call me again. I should have turned my phone off. Sorry about that. I think I'm going to stick with the original Justice. Although part of me wants to put both of them in there. I think I'm going to stick with the original Justice. And then here we go with the Hanged Man. Torn about this one, as you know, I've often read the Hanged Man as the Odin card, right? And here we literally have Odin with his two ravens, literally hung though. So that might not be okay for some people. The fact that he's literally stabbed with a spear and hanging from a noose. So Maruta has a good point. When justice gets up close and personal, you know what? I'm going to put both justices in there just for that. Yeah, I'm torn on this one. I think I'm going to have to take this one out just because not a lot of people would understand seeing a hanged god. Whereas this, the hanged one, you know, new perspective, turning in to a butterfly. Well, currently just a soup, right? So I think I'll stick with that one. Death is amazing. I love this Death card. Another amazing Temperance card. Since we had 4 lovers, we of course get 4 Devil cards. So again, I'm going to keep all of them in. So here is the Tower. Something about a nuclear blast, just, I don't know. Let's take that one out and keep the Ranger Tower being struck by lightning during a fire. I don't know, it just seems fitting to me. Here we have the Star again, the Moon, the Sun, Judgment, Anubis. I love that. Oh, look, you get the caterpillar on one side and the butterfly on the other. What's death to the caterpillar is birth to the butterfly, right? And then here we have the World Tree. Okay. I think the rest are just, oh no, okay. I think I do have to go through suit by suit. Okay. So we'll do a quick flip through of the wands to get to the Knight wands or Guardian of Wands. There's the 4. I love that the 4 of Wands is sparklers, right? 5 of Wands, birds fighting over the perfect nesting spot. 6 of Wands are the 7 of Wands. And if you have snake phobias, you might not like this card. I love this 8 of Wands for just how the motion, the movement, right? The 9 of Wands. The poor little wolf is trying to run away from the mob hunting after it. 10 of Wands. Granny coming home in the snow with the firewood for the next day. We have the Page of Wands. I see. Here we go. So this is the difference between the two Knights of Wands. So this is what comes in the deck as the expansion. This was actually the original Knight of Wands in the first edition, which I think I'm going to stick with the peacock. And now here we have 3 different versions of the Queen of Wands. And I think I'm going to stick with the original. Not that I dislike, oh, that kind of ruins the idea of putting the Guardians in, huh? Oh well. And I do like this Queen of Wands too. That one's cute. And then 3 versions of the King of Wands, right? We've got the Sovereign of Wands, the King of Wands, and the King of Wands. So, I don't know. I like the painter. I gotta go with the painter. Of course, you know, the great thing about having the expansions is if I have, like, feel like I need to switch out for, like, this, I can. It's not a big deal, right? Okay, Ace of Cups, 2 of Cups. I love this 2 of Cups as a coffee, like in a coffee shop, going in for a coffee date, right? Oh, hi, Cece. Welcome. This is the 2nd edition. I just got the Kickstarter yesterday. So here's the 2 different versions of the 3 of Cups here. I guess maybe because this one's a little darker, he wanted to lighten it up a little. I think I'm going to stick with the original for that one. Here's the 2 versions of the 4 of Cups. That one's so similar, it's hard to even pick, right? I think I'm going to stick with the original on that one as well. Here's the 5 of Cups, the dry fountain in a cemetery. The 6 of Cups, you know, playing tea time with your friends. 7 of Cups, careful what you conjure. Right? The 8 of Cups, I love this 8 of Cups. This is the interesting 9 of Cups. All the cups have been turned into planters. Then here we have the 2 different versions of the 10 of Cups. They're very different because this one is monkeys enjoying a bath, whereas this one just is it almost seems like an empty table, like the meal is done, everyone's left. I'm going to stick with the monkeys, I think. Oh my goodness, my dog is now snoring over there. I don't know if you guys can hear him. Page of Cups. I gotta love this Page of Cups. Knight of Cups. Queen of Cups. Oh, I see. So this is the difference here between the Queen of Cups. Oh, that's a hard one. Because I do really like this. I'm going to stick with the original, but I kind of want to somehow figure out a way of putting this in there too. I'm not sure. And here we've got the 2 versions of Sovereign of Cups and King of Cups. Since I'm sticking with the original titles, so we'll just stick with the original titles, right? Here we have the Ace of Swords, Two of Swords, Three of Swords. I wish there was something to replace that one. That one's just kind of, I don't know. Narwhal's jumping out of the ocean for his, trying to get a seagull snack, I guess. Jane, he's a Boston Terrier with a very smushy face, so he it's hard to sleep with him in the room because he snores so loud. I like this Four of Swords with the cicada sleeping under the ground. Right? There's the Six. I think this is where a lot of you came in at this point. Let's see. Flipping through real quick. Get to the sovereigns. Page. Knight. That's a very different take on those images there. I'll keep this original one. I'm starting to think that maybe a couple of the sovereigns would be kind of cool. Oh my goodness, Buddha. Buddha, wake up. So he snores harder, that dog. So here's the two versions of the King of Swords. I think this was from the original first edition. I am going to stick with this one. And we got the Ace of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here are the two versions of the Seven of Pentacles. So here we see her sitting and actually doing the embroidery. Here we are her doing the embroidery. Ooh, that's a hard one to pick. I think I'm gonna have to go with, I don't know, it just feels like this is more fitting for the deck. Okay, we have the 8 of Pentacles, the 9, no snails, and then here are the two versions of the 10. Again, I think this is from the first edition, if I remember right. I don't know, there's just something about this one where you see at the base of the tree, like a whole community coming together to enjoy the fruits of their labor, right? The family tree, maybe it's a whole family reunion under the family tree, right? So there's so many ways to read this. Whereas this one, I don't know, it's okay. Oh, there we go again. I wish that person would stop trying to call me, whoever it is. Just leave a voicemail. Stop trying to call already. Okay, there we go. The Page of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles. Wait, Sovereign. Oh, the Guardian of Pentacles. There's 3 versions of the Queen of Pentacles here. For some reason, having Bast as the Queen of Pentacles just like does not compute for me because, you know, I'm so used to seeing the Black Cat and the Queen of Pentacles as Bast. Naruto is not important. I have a feeling I get so many like scam calls because my phone number is also my business number. So, if it's important, they'll leave a message. That's wow, I see it. I'm going to stick with this Queen of Pentacles. And here we have the 3 versions of the King of Pentacles. Obviously, since I have not been picking any sovereigns, we're going to take that out. I'm just going to go with the original because the gambling thing doesn't seem like something the King of Pentacles would do. I don't feel like the King of Pentacles is much of a gambler. Thomas, that's funny. No, actually, what I've been getting is these random calls with what is it? You could be eligible for a loan for your business at a low interest rate. Yeah, I get that constantly. I'm over it. So I'm kind of torn because unless I feel like changing out the Queen of Wands for that fairy, where is she? My issue is that I can't really add those guardians, right? Because right now, the Queen of Wands I have would be identical to the guardian, right? So if I wanted to throw in the 4 guardians as an extra card because the other 3 are different artwork, I'd have to throw this in as the Guardian of Wands, which kind of makes sense because it's the cat that goes with the Queen. And I'd have to replace the regular Queen card with this one. So, I'm torn. Yeah, I'm really torn about that now because I was thinking of throwing in the Guardians because that's a cool idea and I like the other cards, but I'm going to go with my first instincts. Let's just keep the Guardians out. I can always put them in later if need be. And we will stick to this Queen of Wands here. Whew, I think we finally did it. Of course, with those extra lovers and devil cards, it's going to be kind of... might have to take those out depending on who I'm reading for. And of course, the extra card has 2 versions as well, the Witch. So, and I like both versions. So I guess I'll just keep both of them in now. Cool. So I don't know if anyone here has the first edition. I know Jane backed the second edition, but just the deck. How would you pick those cards? I mean, inquiring minds want to know. Okay. Actually, since we're all here still, let's try something real quick. I'm going to try shuffling this ginormous deck. I think that's one of the reasons why it's a little thinner. So if you wanted to add the extra cards, you can. Ooh, gotta love a good shuffle, right? That shuffles like a dream. Jane says, that's why I don't order the expansion packs. I know. I'm thinking about doing my deck interview spread with you guys. Or a version of. Was it really almost 1? I guess I've been on here for a minute. Okay. Aloha, Moira. Welcome. That's true, Jane. The cards I don't end up putting into the deck, I can like send as greeting cards or thank you cards. Oh, Cece, I have a little video on my channel, a little lesson on how to riffle shuffle. I'll give you a quick lesson now. You just cut it in half. This top part goes below, so this is now the top. You just kind of give it a little bend and just let it fall. It's the bridge that seems to make people, you know, queasy. You just bend it the other way. Okay. Hey, Inkwitch, 2nd edition. Let's get to know each other. So the spread I like using, and you don't have to bridge, you know. You can do that shuffle and then just shove it back together. So the first card, let me just put I'm looking up here. So the first card is usually the, like, tell me about yourself. Who are you as a deck, right? And we get the King of Wands, which is interesting because, you know, it's all about the Inkwitch. And here we have the King of Wands painting, right? So I often see the Ace of Wands as a paintbrush. So I think this deck is a very creative deck, right? The side riffle is good, especially if you have a big deck, right? Your strengths as a deck, we got the 8 of Wands. So really good with rapid movement, right? Quick readings is what I'm getting here. Your weaknesses as a deck, Queen of Cups, not very nourishing to the emotions, right? And what are you here to teach me? The Sun. You're here to teach me happiness. Oh, thank you. I love that. What is the best kind of reading that we can do together? And we got the Devil card. Oh, and it's interesting because it's the Devil with the 2 bird lovers, right? And the Devil is the cat. So how can we best work together? Well, we can really help people's, well, you can help me with my issues, and this deck really is really good at helping people, right? That's how it's not emotionally, but more about like your addictions and self-sabotage. It's the, what kind of readings do you like to do best? 8 of Cups, which makes sense if you're not into the nourishment, right? Let's just move on. Let's just get over with and move on, right? God, with the last 2. Sorry, I'm having a COVID brain moment. What is the next one? Let's just make it up, okay? So we did how can we best work together? What's your favorite kind of reading? And I'm just going to say the last 2 are a message that the deck is bringing us at this moment, right? So we got the 5 of Cups with the 9 of Pentacles. So that's interesting. Okay, so this I'm seeing this as a message for us. It doesn't matter what kind of losses you've had. you can still build a life of happiness, right? Your home is your castle, right? So to speak. So no matter how dry your fountain may be running because of the lack of emotion, right? You can still find happiness in the physical just by making sure your world around you is just right? And don't forget to check your garden for snails. Very beautiful. I love this deck. It's an amazing deck. So thank you guys for being here. This has been so much fun. And come back in the comments and let me know which cards you would have picked, or if you've got the deck and you're playing with it, like what is your favorite thing about the deck? If you have frustrations, put that in there too. I'm going to share this video with Eric. I've interviewed him about both the first edition and also his Endless Oracle, which I also backed on Kickstarter. I might have a Kickstarter issue, except I'm not really doing that these days. So yeah, let me know. Come back, put your comments in, and don't forget to hit that like, the thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you remember, so you get notified anytime I do this kind of like random pop-ups, right? So thank you, everyone. Moira says, I don't understand the King of Wands. So the first card is like the deck describing itself as a deck. Like what kind of, like the personality of the deck, I guess you could say. So the King of Wands is this deck's personality. In other words, he's warm and very passionate about things, but he's also able to temper that passion, put it into the artwork, right? Instead of like raging. So it's the calmness of the King of Wands, right? So that's how I read it anyway. And he is painting a picture. It's true. And Maria says, I would see an artist more as the King of Cups. I could see that too, but for me, oftentimes I consider the wands the artistic, because that's the passion, right? And I often see the Ace of Wands as a literal paintbrush. So that's just how I read it. You read it how you want to read it. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Until next time, aloha and hui ho.